person hearing the lounge.
Now I hear the lounge.
There it is.
We're in the lounge.
So 2 out of 3 of us are in the lounge.
We need more wireless headphones or something.
I don't know exactly how we go about doing this. This is 2 Millennials Talk featuring 3 Millennials today.
So should we change the title of the show temporarily?
Temporarily?
Should it be 3 Millennials React like we said we were going to do last week?
Yes. Well, we've never been bound by rules before.
That's
so
true. Normally I forget about
that's so millennial of us.
That's true.
You know?
There we go. Breaking the mold and all that.
We're triple millennial because none of us care about rules and everybody hates everybody. So.
3 strikes and you're millennial.
Millennials cubed?
Millennials cubed? No, because then there'd be like 6 of us, wouldn't there?
I suppose.
That'd be like 9 of us, wouldn't there?
I don't know math. I've told you this before.
Oh, that's right.
All right. Well, that's a great fail to start the show with. We are talking today about a number of things, including the Olympics some more.
And I'm Russell Stroud.
Yes, you are.
Keon, tell him who you are.
I'm Keon Rose. I was getting there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was getting there. We're gonna.
Am I supposed to have a name or something?
Do you have one?
I mean, I can.
Are you afraid to use your actual name on this silly show?
Like stalkers or something.
There definitely are.
I'm Jay.
Jay. So it's Shelby.
Okay. So
I'm not even on camera like that. That's how afraid I am.
You're wrapped in a blanket, mega comfy, off camera.
In case there's an apocalypse and the sky falls, I'll be okay.
That'd be great, actually. I'd be happy if that happened. But
what if we made like blankets? Like, I mean, people are making like websites and whatnot. We can make like apocalypse blankets.
I'll do you one better. What if we made blanket forts?
Oh my goodness.
To stave off the apocalypse.
That would be amazing.
I like this plan.
We're gonna be rich.
I'm Keon Rose, as I was just about to say.
Say it one more time, because then you would have said it 3 times. One for each of us.
Huh? What?
You've said your name twice.
Correct. And Russell said his name.
How many times?
Just once.
Just the one.
See, he said it, and then I was interrupted as I was saying my name, so I said it again.
But if you say it again, then you said it 3 times.
But I don't want to say it 3 times.
Okay, well then say it twice.
Ladies, please. Shall we get to the agenda at hand?
We can, because we're talking about the Olympics. We had such a fantastic time talking about the Olympics.
I love how last week you started talking, your computer just shut off.
Just went straight to the screensaver. I'm done with you.
Enough of this.
So we talked about the things that were going wrong with the Olympics.
Everything.
Which was about everything, and even more things have happened. The pools, the Olympic diving pools have turned green.
That's so beautiful.
Too many people with earrings diving into them.
Possibly.
It's all those pennies are throwing in to hope that things will change.
Those dang Brazilian pennies, man, out of nothing but zinc.
I know.
Correct. I mean, that, boy.
Algae
Zinca?
pennies.
Isn't that what people are getting down there?
Zinca, yeah, that's it. That is it. They got the Zinca virus.
The pool contracted it.
Yeah.
So what I want to talk about today is a dark side of the Olympics that nobody is talking about, which is that all of these nations show up to represent, the athletes show up to represent the nations that they're from in the Olympics. And we're American. So this is something that literally we are not even concerned with at all, because we're leading in gold medals. We're leading in total medals. We're leading in silver medals. This is something that's not even on the radar whatsoever, except, there are countries that go to the Olympics and go back home with no medals.
Well, those are called loser countries, Keon.
Correct. Which is the list of loser countries that I have.
That's what you have in front of you.
I have in front of me.
Like a real
the list of countries that have not yet won a medal of any kind.
It's like my friend who lived in Canada for a long time. He went to university up in Victoria. He was saying how on the CBC, the Canadian Broadcasting Channel, they're constantly mentioning that Canada has not yet won a medal in whatever event they're showing. Like, constantly.
I mean,
they're realists.
They're optimists, except not. It's like Canada has not yet won a medal.
That's true. They have not yet won it, as opposed to, Canada, we've never won a medal here. Probably never going to.
Oh, well.
Why do we televise this? How did we convince sponsors to allow us to televise this?
Because it's Olympics.
Do the Canadians root for the Americans like the Americans sometimes root for the Canadians, I wonder?
Right, we just do the North. They're our North American friends.
Yay.
So we're just going to root for them.
Well, we became friends in basketball thanks to Drake, so.
Everybody becomes friends thanks to Drake. He could solve the Middle East crisis.
That's true. Drake, do you want to combat?
Why haven't we sent him over there?
I know.
Well, he probably died before they knew who he was, is the thing.
Well,
fair enough.
Mean, he can. he was in a wheelchair and now raps. So I feel like he can do anything.
We send him over in a wheelchair. The hesitation will allow for Drake to introduce himself,
Right.
as Canadian rap sensation Drake.
Right.
I mean, that's the plan. I think
He's the best we ever had.
I'm just.
You know, I've never actually listened to a Drake song all the way through, I must admit.
I did once.
Did you?
Yeah.
Is it any good?
I blame Jay, actually, because that's the only way that actually happened.
No.
Jay.
Jamie Foxx told us where we can blame all of our troubles.
Other people?
Yeah.
Huh.
Or Liquid Courage.
No.
I actually attribute all of my accomplishments to Liquid Courage. I'm entirely sloshed right now.
And so are the Olympic pools.
Oh, I'm going to be driving home entirely sloshed in a few hours.
So green then?
I'm turning green.
Hey, the real Green Party's here.
Oh.
Pepe?
Just green as a frog. So I note, by the way, on your list there that Afghanistan is number 1 on the list.
Afghanistan is number 1 on the list. Granted that once you have,
As it should
have
be,
not acquired to win a medal, you are just ranked alphabetically. So at least Afghanistan will never actually ever be last.
I think it's Olympic fate that any country we've invaded will not get an Olympic medal because we have so much sway in the Olympic committee.
We really don't have that much sway in the Olympic committee. We've been trying to host the Olympics for the last
We should have more sway.
two decades. We haven't been able to do so.
Well, the one time we did, the time before last we did, it went horribly because people got bombed.
That's
in
true.
96.
But also, in fairness, we haven't had in the setup of the Olympics, we did not have people dying to build stadiums and things of that nature. I mean, afterwards, I guess, but not in the making of.
Didn't we, Keon?
I don't know why how your eyebrows are doing that, but that's neither here nor there. His eyebrows are vibrating.
Are they actually? I can't tell. My facial muscles are just so weak that they can't hold my eyebrows up for very long because I never really express.
You need to do some exercise, some facial exercises, my friend.
I'll do them from now on.
Oh boy, but maybe not right now. Maybe not. It's it's creeping me out.
That's exciting.
You're listening. You're listening to Three Millennials Talk. What have we decided on our temporary show name?
I think it should be Three Millennials React.
Three Millennials React.
So we get sued by the Fine Brothers.
By the Fine Brothers.
Some of that sweet publicity.
Correct.
Sweet publicity.
Yeah. Albania.
No, you're not gonna keep going.
I don't actually think I know the rest of it.
Okay, well, I know the rest of it, but
Green pools.
I just don't sing, so I'd have to leave that up to you.
Clearly, I don't sing either.
Okay.
Your list, I would say your list has nothing but countries of no consequence, but Austria is on there.
I would like to
Austria is on this list.
That this list has a lot of islands that my family is from, and we are not losers.
I was just getting to that point.
May I?
Oh, okay.
Please do.
Joey. Winning countries, but not in the Olympics.
What?
Let's see. Angola, Antigua, and
Barbuda.
Barbuda.
I have good friends in the Bahamas, Barbados. This is great. Bermuda, Botswana.
Botswana? You have friends in Botswana?
Well, yeah.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool.
Fantastic. Cameroon, Cayman Islands.
Here's where I was going with this list.
Chile.
All these, you're just listing all these places of no consequence.
Cuba, Costa Rica.
Let's go down to a place of no consequence.
Oh boy, really intense.
Help.
The place of no consequence from where I was actually born.
Yeah, I was going to ask you.
Also on this list, right here, with no medals of any kind.
Is Trinidad on the list?
Guyana has a cool flag, by the way.
Guyana has a sweet flag. I love this flag.
Iran, no medal. Come on, guys.
Jamaica doesn't have any medals yet.
Wow.
Wait
for Winter Olympics.
They're going to unleash the bolt, and then they're going to do cool runnings again.
Yeah, man.
So
Nigeria, Rwanda, like what?
These are all
Trinidad. No,
Trinidad and
but Trinidad's going to win some of those sprinting medals too. They're going to get some silver there.
The USBI as a whole.
I don't understand, by the way, why there's all these countries in the Olympics that are like part of the United States technically.
That's fair.
Like we competed against Puerto Rico. They're like, dude, you're part of us.
USBI,
which actually,
American Samoa, for heaven's sake. Guam.
What's Guam with them?
Yeah.
Oh boy, pun master. Jay's a pun master. Just to
Pun master Jazzy J.
Jazzy J. That's really exciting.
DJ Jazzy J.
You're right.
Oh man.
Pun master supreme.
Uganda, I noticed as well, has no medals.
Yeah.
Although it has a lot of rare earth medals.
Just no Olympic medals, unfortunately, which is
If there were diamonds, then
What?
Uganda might have some.
but the nation that I'm from, Guyana, has currently no medals and will end the Olympics with no medals. I'm not going to be optimistic like the Canadians. They're not going to end with any medals.
Well,
Yo,
there might be some.
We believe in them.
There might be some catastrophe where
This-
it turns out.
Yeah, like everybody gets Zika.
That's what I'm saying. Like everyone except like the
Yeah.
Guyanans are actually exempt from getting Zika virus. They're immune, and
Well-
you will get a medal because you'll be the only country competing.
Right.
Well, one can hope.
They'll call
But-
you, Keon,
I
and be
would
like,
Call
hope
me
that.
specifically.
Keon Rose, help! We need someone to play.
I should form the Guyanese Olympic national basketball team because I would definitely make the team.
You probably actually could.
Yeah.
Yes.
That sounds like a okay. So I was
As they do
at
not
an
play
event,
basketball in that country.
like, a day ago, and at this event that I was at a day ago, people were talking about their life goals being getting Olympic medals.
Why? That's boring.
Free gold, I guess.
Yeah.
So I suppose what we could do is we can make a list of these countries, also known as take this list, and send people to go do things at these.
They'd have to become
there
nationals.
there are countries that will take you that you can have dual citizenship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot
Because
easier.
countries have done this before where actually I'm trying to remember what country it was.
One of no consequence.
Another.
Another one. Of no consequence.
Another.
It was I think it was Indonesia.
Oh, well, they have
That's
some
the
Who
consequence.
just they were literally trading citizenship for athletes.
That's kind of cool.
If you
Actually.
just showed up. So Andre Blatch, who was an NBA player, I don't know if he's still in the league. He wasn't very good,
Yeah.
but by Indonesian standards, he was Michael Jordan. He was the Michael Jordan of Indonesian basketball. And to be clear, Andre Blatch never spent a second in Indonesia until they traded citizenship for him to play basketball over there. And he played on the Indonesian national team.
I should get
Jakarta's
on-
pretty nice.
I should get on like the
Yeah.
Indonesian sprinting team because I can run for about 50 meters before I start throwing up. So I think I could do that.
You've got a good shot. Is all I'm saying.
Indians can run.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
what country besides
You've got like,
what is a poor country that is massively overweight? Because that would be the country to sprint for.
America.
But we're not poor.
Lots of the overweight people are though.
but
We should
that
seat
true?
them,
overall as
We
a
should-
country.
send them off to their own African colony of all the fats that we have,
like that.
and then we'll call it like Liberia or something, and we'll put them over there, and they can have their own Olympic committee. Boy,
Correct. And then you would be the savior of, I don't know, Fats Nation
I would show up and be like, "Hey, fellas, I'm one of your people."
running. Yeah. So
Give me
there's a way to do
citizenship."
that. But you know, by starting the Guyanese team, Japanese are actually not bad at like most sports.
Right?
But
You see them-
the Guyanese basketball team, by starting that team, all I would be signing up for, because I wouldn't win any medals.
Wouldn't you?
Our team would not be good enough to beat you know,
Friendship.
the French or the Australians, or more importantly, Team USA, who you would have to run into at some point,
I think I could.
presuming you do well.
You know that French guy who got mangled really badly?
Yes.
I think I could beat him in the 100-meter dash.
I mean, you could now, yes. if
like if the
I feel like
if
you're
the,
upping your stakes.
if you ran it now, you
if the competition was like tomorrow, maybe okay, today I could probably beat
in
him.
an hour.
Yeah, like in an hour, I could probably run.
that the cast is still drying.
Yeah. So all I'd have to do is like play a little bit dirty and do like a Ty Cobb and just sort of kick him in the shin.
Would you even have to do that?
I breathe on his shin.
I feel like Draymond Green has really been really like influential in like how to really get away with murder.
Has he actually done that?
No, but he's done a fair amount of
Of punching.
Really?
particularly nether regions.
Really?
But not in the Olympics.
He competes in
Hmm.
NAD boxing?
He forgot that he was
North
playing
American Division
basketball
of Boxing.
and started his own league of NAD boxing,
Oh,
whereupon he punched a lot of people.
basket NADs.
Yep, including LeBron. He punched LeBron there.
That's not fair.
No, it's not. It really isn't.
I wanted to punch him there.
And he kicked Steven Adams there. And this is all this playoff run
Then
there.
he sent us a picture of his there.
or the world a picture of his there via Snapchat.
I was gonna say, was it on Snapchat?
Yeah.
It had to be. It was specifically Jay and Keon. He sent a picture of his.
Did.
Right. Just
in which case I sent it to Keon and Keon got mad, but for some reason didn't go after him and give him a little taste of his own dad boxing.
it's okay.
I was picturing like the hanging thing that they always you know?
Oh no.
That's how Nad boxing
The
works.
speed bag.
Yeah, the speed bag. That's a good word for it either way, honestly.
Oh, so much pain.
I feel like I need to bow out of this conversation.
So much pain.
So this is our way of excluding you. We talk about our own anatomy.
This is three millennials react, and this is getting.
It's more like Jay reacts.
It's two millennials talk, and one millennial reacts in horror
as we
and
talk
recoils
about
in fear.
Our own anatomy and also the Olympics.
Emphasis
Somehow
on
the
anatomy.
Olympics took a back seat to what this was. Though in the last Olympics, there's a fair amount of that too, and it was the guy on the French team, Nicolas Batum, who was nad boxing in Olympic basketball.
Well, here's something that Jay can relate to. Water polo has been a series of unfortunate slips.
Camera shots in water polo.
Camera shot, yeah.
Because water polo is an evil sport. Let me just set this up here. Water polo is an evil sport, and what you see above the water is amazing athleticism, accuracy.
Oh, it's not just amazing. I'm sorry.
But what they show you, because NBC can't help themselves because they've just got cameras everywhere, is beneath the water.
Why do they have that?
The true horror of what happens in water polo is the pinching and the scratching and the punching and the biting. And in women's water polo, there have been a number of slips on live TV. Like you've seen,
like Russell's
Janet Jackson tier,
up and down.
But like worse because it's happening constantly with every woman playing.
It's like every person on the team is Janet Jackson on one team, and on the other team they're all Justin Timberlake, and they're just
and they're all taking turns pretending to be Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake.
Oh my goodness, it's like one epic role play. I'll be Janet. Now it's my turn. Except
they're doing it to inflict pain. So if Justin Timberlake exposed Janet Jackson and then punched her in the chest, then you have a more accurate description of what happens in water polo.
I wish that had happened.
Like, your computer Keon is like giving us words, and the first word
the word
that pops up is
affliction.
I wish that had happened at the Super Bowl. He just like rips her shirt, just punches her in the chest.
I feel like that's worse than that boxing.
I think that's better. See, that's only Justin Timberlake like inflicting harm on anyone intentionally is really funny to me.
Senorita, pow!
It's like a fight between Drake and Justin Timberlake. It'd be like slap fighting.
I choose you, Draymond.
I don't know if Justin Timberlake has ever struck anyone with a closed fist before.
I don't think he's capable of doing it. Like he'd try and he'd just be like, cry. I'm sorry, I did that.
It's like you just see the punch and then crying starts, and it's not Janet Jackson, it's Justin Timberlake crying.
Like, do you ever watch the music video for Bye Bye Bye? See how they do that like across the chest action?
No,
I'm not gonna lie.
Like this thing, like what if it was just like it just went straight into like.
We are typically very fantastic at alienating our audience, and you alienated us.
I did so good.
There's probably someone.
That's payback for your adversation.
The thing is, there's someone listening who's like, "Yeah, tell him, Jay," and I'm like, "I don't know."
Yeah, you couldn't. No, I haven't seen that music video.
I'm sorry.
Just another player in this game for two. You may hate me, but it ain't no lie.
What?
I'm just quoting.
She's literally just quoting words from the song.
But anyway.
Further alienation. I don't know, as most of our audience is probably going to be middle-aged men. I feel like you've alienated them as well.
You know it. You sing it in the shower. You know it.
They know because of their daughters.
They're grown daughters. Yep, they're daughters that are now in their 20s.
That was the height of the millennial age. NSYNC and Backstreet Boys.
That's before my time.
Oh, ouch.
Russell's on the lower end of the millennial spectrum.
It's true.
We're on. I'm on the highest end.
Did we make it by like half a semester?
You guys were walking and talking when I was born. Let me put it that way.
I could have been a late bloomer. You never know.
Fair enough.
I could have had more bloom than the algae in the Olympic pools.
Fair enough.
You never
Nicely
know
done.
these days.
Yeah, we actually never talked about the bloom in the Olympic pool, did we?
No, we mentioned it. We laughed at the fact that it was green and just kept on trucking.
Like Draymond.
That's what we do here. You know, they're still laughing at him, by the way.
Will we ever stop?
His teammates, the Team USA basketball players just post things all the time about, like, when Draymond's not looking, they'll just post pictures of Draymond on Snapchat and then, like, just little emojis that represent exactly what it represents.
Right.
And it is he's getting scorched alive by basically all of his colleagues.
A strong arm and an upside down heart symbol.
Basically. That's why would you do that? He took a picture of himself on the team plane. You're listening to Hot 1240, Hot News Talk Radio. 3 Millennials React. We'll be back with more foolishness next.
You're hurting me, baby.
I'm blowing everything up. We're starting over. I'm doing a new show. I want guys who push it to the middle of the table and go over the top. Take a risk, fail miserably. I'm right, and I'm not wrong, and I'll never back down. Conflict works. Allow it.
It's The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Right here and everywhere. Noon Eastern.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds. We'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
News Talk 1240. You and I know that real men are prepared for anything. You know what I'm talking about because you're a Take Charge guy. Everyone's talking about Grimm's Tactical, featuring first responder gear, survival gear and equipment, Voodoo Tactical, Leapers. For personal protection, Grimm's Tactical features non-lethal personal protection gear, AR/AK parts, knives, canning and dehydrating equipment. If you hike and camp, Grimm's Tactical has got what you're looking for, bags and packs. And for your side piece, concealed carry holsters for men and women. Plus, Grimm's Tactical carries a wide variety of freeze-dried food. Wise Mountain House, Backpacker's Pantry, Grimm's Tactical, where law enforcement shops, Safari Lane, Blackhawk, 511. First responder gear at Grimm's Tactical. Grimm's Tactical, 8115 East Brainerd Road, in the shopping center next to the Walmart Marketplace. Look for the Mighty Mini U-Haul office. Grimm's Tactical is right next door. Grimm's Tactical, 8115 East Brainerd Road. Finding just the right place to live can be a daunting task. Stop your search. In Chattanooga, the place to live is Cross Creek Villas for under $1,000 and available for immediate move-in. You can enjoy this 2-bedroom split layout, over 1,000 square feet, 9-foot ceilings, an extra large patio or balcony. And don't forget to ask about their preferred employer program. Cross Creek Villas is a gated community offering a 24-hour fitness facility, a beautiful pool and hot tub, and Cross Creek Villas is pet friendly. Stroll the pet park with your best friend and enjoy the free use of their business center and clubhouse. Plus, if you mention you heard this on the radio, your application fee is free. Cross Creek Villas, close to downtown off of Highway 58. Go to crosscreekchattanooga.com. That's crosscreekchattanooga.com or call 894-0446. That's 894-0446. Redefine the way you live at Cross Creek Villas. Go to crosscreekchattanooga.com or call 894-0446. Cross Creek Villas.
Expect partly cloudy, warm, and muggy weather out there through the nighttime. Overnight lows only near 75. Now, for your Friday as well as the weekend, not much change. Just a slight chance of an isolated afternoon shower. Otherwise, mainly dry, hot, and humid through Sunday with highs into the lower 90s. This forecast is brought to you by JCPenney. At JCPenney, get $10 off when you spend $25 or more with coupon. It's a brand and a deal you won't find anywhere else. That's getting your pennies worth at JCPenney. And I'm Georgine 12 Chief Meteorologist Patrick Core. On AM 1240, Hot News Talk Radio.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
News Talk 1240.
Hot 1240 Hot News Talk Radio with your Hot News Now update. A child shot at 10 o'clock p.m. on Water Street, according to police. They say they were notified of the shooting after the child was taken to the hospital, not in an ambulance, but in a personal vehicle. This is now the second shooting on Water Street. Just on Sunday, 24-year-old Marquise Jackson was shot and killed on Water Street, downtown Chattanooga. If you have any information about this killing, you're asked to call 423-698-2525. The child is expected to survive non-life-threatening gunshot wounds, according to the paramedics. A man in Cleveland, Tennessee was found with a Serbian AK-47 under his bed. The police say the rifle was found with 1 round in the chamber, 29 in the magazine. And Mr. Dickey, the defendant, appeared before Judge Sandy Mattis in Chattanooga, saying that the rifle was not his. It had been purchased by his girlfriend at a pawn shop in Cleveland, although he did admit to shooting it, according to the judge. County Commission is going to be voting next Wednesday on whether or not to allow beer and wine at special events in county parks. If it's going on in the Tennessee Valley, it's going on Hot 1240 Hot News Talk Radio.
Hot News Talk 1240.
This is not a Sonic game. This is a radio program.
Well, it's not a Sonic game anyway, Keon. That's from Snatcher.
No.
Keon.
It sounded like
You got to go fast out of here.
I know.
Get out of here faster.
I know. Look, I think about Sonic all the time because...
You eat there all the time.
Wait, say that again?
Say that again? The music was too loud.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's not that funny anymore. I was just saying that you like Sonic. The end.
Something about cheese sticks, though. I heard something about
He likes cheese sticks.
Everybody likes cheese sticks.
He loves cheese sticks.
You can't have cheese sticks.
I can't. Well, that's debatable.
She still tries.
I try, guys.
She tries and quickly fails to have cheese sticks.
And then we're up at 2 a.m.
Help.
Fighting the war against fighting the good fight against her.
Fighting the war against terrorism.
Cheese stickism.
It's like the next morning you got a big banner that says victory, mission accomplished.
Gold medal.
Which
more gold medals.
Which I don't know if I want the mission accomplished banner, because when we did that was very premature.
A little bit.
Yeah.
That just shows how optimistic America is, though. Before the war's even over, mission accomplished. That's like 1939, the Nazis invade Czechoslovakia.
Yo,
mission accomplished.
We were in Iraq for
Billy
2
Graham
weeks.
and Joel Osteen tell us that we need to speak that positivity into existence, don't they? Isn't
Do
that
they?
like, I don't know.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, like that positive. I don't know if it's them particularly, but it's definitely in the religious movement of how you have to speak your positives and
I speak
claim your victory.
I speak a lot of negativities into existence.
And that's why you're negative.
There's a lot of reasons why I'm negative, but most of them are probably like all the negativities I expel out of my mouth when I hit my toe on things.
That's just because you eat a lot of cheese.
That's true, actually.
So is it official? The ISIS provided cheese sticks.
ISIS has
There
been,
you go.
The Islamic State's been providing
therefore,
cheese sticks.
According to Trump, Hillary Clinton is the supplier of all cheese sticks.
ISIS has provided cheese sticks and Pokemon Go and everything else that's wrong with America.
What if you as a prank, you ordered a pizza to a house and it turned out to be full of ISIS militants and you get charged with providing material support to the Islamic State?
I think somebody put the ISIS flag on a cake once.
That's pretty funny, actually.
I'm pretty sure that happened, and then people were like,
I feel like 50 years from now it'll be funny to have an Islamic State T-shirt. I'm just waiting for that day to come.
Well, it's still too soon to have a Bin Laden T-shirt, which you can find on AliExpress.
Yes, the best.
It's still too soon, but it's far enough removed that they're being made.
I was really annoyed when I went out the other day because these guys were telling me my shirt was offensive. And I'm like, come on, World War II ended 60 years ago? Let's not go nuts about swastikas on T-shirts. Come on. And they're, get out of my store. I'm like, yeah, whatever. You probably go to a synagogue, and I left.
Well, that takes the cake right there.
That's a Nad shot.
Awkward transition back to Olympic talk.
Oh, right.
So that we can avoid.
Does it have to be awkward? Can we just transition?
Transition.
Bing!
We can regular transition,
my
but
magic transition wand.
I didn't provide a segue really, and because I didn't feel like it.
We don't have room for a segue in here.
Exactly. So I just walked over. Olympic sports that are getting no attention, even though we're winning in them. Shooting.
Yes, 19-year-old, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did really, really well in shooting. Makes me very jealous.
You mean like gun shooting?
Yes.
That's an Olympic sport?
That's an Olympic sport.
Has been for forever.
Yeah, it's been for I want to say 30 years or something like that. It's been a while.
Sports that I didn't know were Olympic?
There are so many that it's very possible.
They've got unless you think they're firing Barrett 50 caliber rifles downrange, it's like a little 22 bolt action gun. It's not like
a rifle?
Yes. Yeah, it's a rifle, but it's not it's deadly, but it's not a weapon of war or anything like that.
What was it, Dick Cheney, who accidentally shot what's his face in the foot duck hunting?
No, he shot him in the chest and head, I think. Duck hunting. Yeah.
I thought it was a foot.
No, it was like
No.
his chest and face, and his like they showed the picture of his jacket that was all like bloody and stuff.
It just makes
Dick Cheney's like a baller, man. I wish I could get away with stuff like that.
Hey,
you wanna go hunting?
Draymond Green was taking like experience lessons from him.
I don't care about Draymond Green until he shoots one of his teammates on the court, or not one of his teammates, somebody else. He goes like full on Last Boy Scout on someone.
So
O.J.
then-
Simpson, Dick Cheney.
you might be very interested in one of my favorite basketball players of all time. I grew up a Wizards fan and one of the greatest Washington Wizards of all time, Gilbert Arenas. Really great player. Like there
What's
was
his last name?
Yeah, total basketball name.
Right.
But
It's something else too.
Gilbert Arenas is a guy that got really good really fast, and then knee injuries ended his career.
Yeah.
And also the fact that he brought a gun into the locker room.
Oh,
That also ended his career.
when
In
like
fact,
what,
I would say the gun
Cute,
probably
that's
did
so
more damage.
adorable.
what ended? Like what era are we talking about?
2005.
Oh, okay.
Was Gilbert Arenas was a really great player then.
I'm
So we're
thinking,
not talking about ages and ages ago.
right. I'm thinking like 90s, where it's like okay, whatever.
No, 2005. It was it was a very big deal.
Yeah.
And here's what happened with Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas was he loved to play poker with the team.
Pokemon.
Gambler. Just the team gambling situation got very out of hand.
Yeah.
Gilbert Arenas and his teammate Javarius Crittenton, which is also a great name, got into a spat over who owed who the money.
Oh boy.
And Javarius Crittenton threatened to kill Gilbert Arenas.
You're both millionaires. Come on.
Right. But guys don't pay stuff, apparently. Like what I found out from a guy that used to play in the NBA was like, guys, you'll gamble and then people will just refuse to pay you. And I don't know why that's a thing, but it is. So Gilbert Arenas, also known for being a prankster and a joker. And I don't know how this is funny. I literally do not know how this is funny.
I think it's pretty funny.
But he brings a gun into the locker
Oh
room.
my goodness.
It's unloaded.
Oh, okay.
And he leaves it in Javarius Crittenton's locker room and says, "Hey, buddy, if you want to kill me, basically, I'm here. I'll give you the gun."
Oh.
When the police found out it was Gilbert Arenas' gun, he got in trouble because the team plays, in Washington D.C.,
right.
where the gun laws tend to be very strict.
Right. California tier.
And so he got into a ton of trouble. He got suspended by the team, and then when he came back from his suspension, they were warming up and they were getting ready to go play the game.
And he put
was
meth
in the
in his
middle of the
teammates'
huddle,
shorts.
and he pointed at Javarius Crittenton and made like little gun motions at him. So the team suspended him again, obviously, because he didn't learn anything. And then the knee injuries happened, and it was just too much. You couldn't deal with the guy. And Gilbert Arenas' basketball career ended in 2007.
I just
Dun,
It's just
I just see a man who's
roughly.
persecuted for his good sense of humor.
Gilbert
Oh,
Arenas.
shoot.
Gilbert Arenas
You
also
know.
once pooped in a teammate's shoe.
It's like
Real, actual poop, and it was his.
and
And so
he planted crack in his coach's gym bag as a prank. Ha!
I think that man took April Fools a little too far.
a little too far.
Every day is the 1st of April.
Mhm.
I don't know what he did to the coach, because he did do something to the coach.
Did
But
he actually?
Eddie Jordan was the coach at the time, and whatever prank it was, they never released it. The team never. But whatever it was, Eddie Jordan tried to fight Gilbert Arenas, his own player. And if you've seen Eddie Jordan, he's not a fiery coach. He's very calm.
I just love the idea of a basketball player playing a prank that's so bad that they won't tell you what it is.
Bad enough to make Aunt Jemima call for Uncle Jemima?
Something that level of bad.
Man.
And if you look at Gilbert Arenas' Instagram, which is the only Instagram I go to actively, he hasn't changed. He's a man who has not grown up even remotely.
It's like him running away from a cop car on fire and sniggering. He's like, hee
he,
a burning fire department is like, ha ha.
the Wizards were playing the Raptors in the playoffs, and Gilbert Arenas was standing on the back of a Ford Raptor with a paddle, and he was spanking the Ford Raptor.
What?
And with not an ounce of irony to any of this. He was just seriously wanting the Wizards to beat the Raptors, and found the only thing related to a Raptor in his life and spanked it. Like, I don't like this. He's crazy.
That's like
I feel like he just reminds me for no reason of the Six Flags guy. Like that's what the Six Flags guy was before he became the Six Flags guy.
he was Gilbert Arenas.
He reminds me frighteningly of myself, actually. Because these pranks are all things I would
Pranks
do.
are all bizarre sense of humor that like
Okay,
people.
I will never invite you to some sort of overnighting event.
That's fine, actually. I'm very antisocial.
So it's okay.
As
that's so
illustrated by my
millennial
sick
of
pranks.
you.
Oh.
You're such a millennial.
No.
Yeah, I know.
That's so cute.
So we have that whole situation going on, but
Hey, Keon, look in your bag when you leave. By the way,
I was
no,
gonna
no,
say,
I won't.
hey, Keon, where'd your keys go?
down the toilet.
That's right. I open my bag. There's a hand grenade and no keys. Like, oh boy.
The pin pops off as soon as you.
Right?
Surprise! I automated the doors to the office. You're stuck.
They're gonna smash you in the face whenever you walk up to them.
Oh boy. So we had that whole situation. So there was a basketball player that once did weird things with guns. That's the point of my story.
Oh, I think he's now my favorite basketball player solely for that reason. I don't care what he did when he was actually like throwing shooting hoops. I don't care.
He was actually good too. Was the thing when he was playing? He was actually really good.
My friend and I call basketball shooty hoops, by the way.
Shooty hoops.
Shooty
There you
hoops.
go.
Well, he must have been a really good shooty hooper because
We
I
have
feel
to
like
do
I'm
something.
accidentally going to curse when I say that. I feel like FCC, don't fire me. It's not a permit.
You're fired, you non-employee.
Don't get fired.
How Trumpist of you.
No.
Oh, we can't do that anymore, huh?
Get out.
Because that's better. He's running for president. Can we make Trump jokes?
Yeah, of course you can make Trump. You
Oh,
make
are
whatever
you
joke you want.
serious? That's like half my show once a week.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, he makes it easy. So
I do.
So we need to do something about American football because
The
not
band
not
or
the band.
oh.
I knew you were going to say that the moment I said it. The sport American football, because of course the rest of the world calls soccer football because that's actually what it's called.
Football.
So we have to distinguish our football that we don't actually use feet very often on by calling it American football.
Right.
And we want it to be an Olympic sport because we want another sport that we can dominate and pretty much only we play it. But I don't think it'll ever be an Olympic sport so long as we call it American football.
They take Peyton Manning out of mothballs to play American football in the Olympics.
I would be okay with that.
Sorry, I missed that. There was static in my headphones. What'd you say?
I said I would be okay with that.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
But you know, a lot of active NFL players would like to also be Olympians, and it's like, guys, this is just not going to happen for you.
Stinks.
The rest of the world does not play this game
They
beyond
should.
the high school level.
No.
When they play the high school championships, the U.S. pretty much wins constantly, except for when they don't win, and then bizarrely Japan wins.
No.
And I have no idea why Japan over anybody else.
Why is it Japan that keeps getting better at us, better than us at our own sports?
At things that we make, I don't know. They're
Yeah,
really
like-
good at baseball too.
They're good at capitalism. They're
Wow.
good at baseball,
Wow.
football. They're good at other things that we invented.
You're
The
making
integrated
fun of
circuit.
our politics.
I do. Those jerks.
And I don't know if they're better at journalism, but
They probably have good journalism.
they do have very good journalism.
Animation. Walt Disney invented animation after all, and the dang Japanese are getting better at it than we are.
Like they were better in the 80s. Like it's been a while.
Right. Like if you watch Akira, it's like better than, well, it's not better than Snow White, but I mean, it's like on par, I'd say. In terms of animation quality anyway.
Yeah.
Annoying.
Story-wise too, probably. But
Oh,
it depends on how much yelling you like and how sci-fi interests you and if that's a thing that you like. So there's
It's like
that
a
as
Miley
well.
Cyrus situation on American Idol.
oh, did you see she's going to be a judge on The Voice, by the way? Miley
Right.
Cyrus?
I mean, she needs to do something with her life
Right?
other than walk around like. Let me not.
Other
Did you
than
see all the? No, I won't go there.
creating a complete shambles out of her life. Now she's got to go on The Voice for all the other washed up nobodies go, like Adam Levine.
Didn't Lindsay Lohan try to go there or something?
I think she tried to compete and they kicked her off. They're like, Lindsay, go home. You're drunk again.
Well,
Go back to rehab.
Lindsay, you're out of rehab again. Go back.
did you get lost, Lindsay? Lindsay,
Lindsay, stop stealing the microphones. Lindsay, leave.
Lizzie, you only played twins.
She's ripping the copper out of the AC system. Lindsay, stop it. Get out.
I actually have no idea how Lindsay Lohan is doing these days, but
I hope
she's-
you're doing well, Lindsay. Thanks
She's
for
like
listening.
married, I think.
is she?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't
Good,
know.
good for her, I guess.
I guess.
I mean, I have, like, I don't really honestly care, but you know, it's one of those things where
I only care because, you know, I'm in the generation where we all had a thing for her when she was as old as I am now. You know, that's the only reason I really care about Lindsay Lohan is because I used to like her a little bit, you know, back in the day. But anyway, that's
when
Okay, so is that your type?
I mean, I guess not minus the drugs and the bad behavior
and the development after everything after she turned like 20.
So like post 2000.
Yeah.
Freaky Friday.
Yeah, I actually saw that.
I meant no.
I've never seen that movie either.
At the Getty. It was just random. I didn't really talk to her or anything. I just saw her and I was like, oh.
You saw Lindsay Lohan?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh, Jamie Lee Curtis. Okay.
Yeah, we were just walking up the stairs and she was there and I was like, this is LA. I guess that's what people do. They partake of the arts in LA.
Huh. Well, I could go to LA. I'd recognize all the people you don't and be like, hey, this is an obscure guy in that movie. Oh, this is a guy in that band I like.
Would. There's this place called The Grove that we've gone. Every time we've gone there, there's just been random people.
Like famous people or just
all the above. But
famous homeless people?
How yes. That's it.
Hey, that's Drunk Joe. I know him from the hit ABC family sitcom Gilmore Girls. Hey, it's Drunk Joe from Gilmore Girls.
There he is.
I found him.
But you mentioned Miley Cyrus, and I was going to say I heard Billy Ray Cyrus on the radio the other day.
How's he doing?
He sounds old and high, and I don't know why. It was such an awkward interview with him. He was giving like these one-word answers, and then after he would answer with one word, the host would wait for him to say more. He wouldn't say anything, and then when the host would try to start again to ask him another question, then he would answer the question some more. So it's just this awkward. Nobody knew who to talk, who was supposed to talk and when, kind of deal.
In the background, you're hearing like an inhaling and bubbling sound in the background.
It sounds like raising Miley just took its toll on him, man.
I think Miley had a bad influence on her own dad.
Yeah, he's got the worst of both. It seems like it's
drug it up, take it slow.
Right. Whatever it takes to make it through that.
You'll throw up at the show.
It's like most people have kids and their kids rebel. When your child rebels, you typically don't have that being televised in life.
So you have, like, if you do have it televised, you have every reason to have a mental breakdown.
I think so. I actually
right.
give Billy Ray Cyrus the pass. Like, what has that man gone through?
Right.
Trying to just corral
she broke his
daughter.
His achy breaky.
Oh no!
Well, his wife did leave him. So.
You understand?
Yeah. If anybody deserves to be just constantly inebriated and intoxicated, it would be Billy Ray Cyrus.
I would go to like Bar Louie with Billy Ray Cyrus and just like hang out with him. Be like, hey man, it's all right.
Just give him a pat on the back and buy him a drink.
I think you're still cool, man.
Yeah.
Because he seems like he's still nice. He just sounds tired.
He's like of life and everything else.
Yeah. And I just felt so bad for him. Like that interview just made me feel bad.
It's bad.
I just want to give you a hug, Billy Ray. It's okay.
But you're listening to Hot 1240, Hot News Talk Radio, 3 Millennials React. We have reacted to a number of things. Come get us, fine brothers.
Mostly things that are highly offensive.
That's typically how we roll here.
Yeah, we missed our calling.
What's that?
To all the disenfranchised, nad boxing celebrities that are out there. We care for you. And if there's an apocalypse, you can buy our apocalyptic blanket forts.
They can buy them. They don't get them. They just buy them.
Of course. We got to make a profit.
That's fair enough.
We're nice enough to sell them to them.
We are nice enough to exploit these fine people.
And for just 6 payments of $19.99, $95.95, you too can support our creation of these blankets.
And we should use these blanket forts to create a colony in Guyana.
Yes, with the Guyanians.
Where the Guyanians live.
And you know what else doesn't live there?
What?
Zinca water.
I'm not sure about that, actually.
I thought you were going to say one more U.S. senator, but all right.
Guyana is literally just west of Brazil. I have no idea if
it is actually
there. Yeah.
I forgot. Does it share a border with Brazil?
It does.
So you could like waltz over from your homeland to Brazil.
Correct.
Hike through the woods.
Segue.
I would be actually in the Amazon rainforest.
You are, aren't you? That's weird.
Yes. I've been there. It's
my little Tarzan.
Mysterious and terrifying. I don't what?
That's
that
like
make me change.
That was Africa anyway. But like It's like thinking about like we're at the foothills of the Appalachians right now. That's just kind of weird to think about.
Those Appalachians.
That big mountain range that goes up to like Pennsylvania and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how people from the north pronounce Appalachian?
I'm afraid to know.
Appalachian.
That's wrong.
It is, but I did not know that until I moved away from there. I was in Maryland.
Like, I'm showing my colors right now. It's not Appalachian.
Well, no.
It depends on where you're. It depends on where you're from. It's like
public education.
But they're pronounced Appalachian apparently, and I did not learn that until I basically moved to Texas, where we're not touching the Appalachian Mountains at all. Obviously,
you probably called buggies shopping carts too. You heathen.
And flashlights.
You did. I still can't call them buggies.
Yep.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
They're buggies.
And backpacks, knapsacks.
Oh yeah, they're backpacks. Who calls them knapsacks? What are you, Canadian?
They're knapsacks.
They're backpacks.
They're backpacks.
Knapsacks.
Go back to the West Coast.
Fine.
Hey.
California.
Hey, why don't you go back to the West Coast there, don't you know?
What about that, eh?
I'll stay down here in the South where I'm from there. Hey. You know, down here in the South where I'm from, we have a little bit of a thing called colloquialism. And down here, don't you know, we call them buggies. We don't call them shopping carts there. Called buggies.
Yo,
the shopping carts.
I need a translator, so let me hop on the let me call you on my cell phone. Let's see if I can pull up my
I suppose I have heard that song all the way through.
I have actually heard that one. I forgot that was a
that's
great
the
song.
one I haven't heard through.
It's a meme song.
But it's because the music video is so ridiculous.
That little dance he does with
song? Is that the bowling song?
The Hotline Bling? Yeah. Yep.
It's the one where he fights the chick with the lightsabers and he throws the shurikens.
Of course.
He goes bowling.
He goes bowling.
He does all manner of
whatever
things.
it is that he does when he does the phone thing.
Oh, that's supposed to be. That's supposed to be phones. It's like Florida is supposed to be Florida, and I didn't catch on to that until like years later.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
I was like, oh, it's Florida. Duh. I just felt really stupid for not knowing that it's.
I had a similar epiphany. I actually saw the word Florida somewhere.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, it's like flow right. Okay.
Oh, he did that on purpose.
Have either of you been graced with the privilege of watching the great American classic, The Little Mermaid?
Yeah, I barely remember it, but yes.
Do you know that part where Ariel was like, look at this stuff? Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection was complete? And she like combs her hair with a dingle hopper.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what Drake is really alluding to with this moment. His dingle hopperage.
What's a dingle hopper?
I was about to ask you that actually. I've never.
This is why I prefaced the conversation with, have you seen?
I know what that scene is, but I don't know what a dingle
dingle
hopper is.
hopper is a comb, but it's actually a fork. Like the whole point of that thing is she doesn't actually know what things are called because she's not from. That's why the whole thing is like, I want to be part of your world.
Oh, that's what that's about.
Yeah.
I got that. I just.
And ironically, it's a bunch of trash that's been thrown into the bottom of the ocean. Like,
well, see, this just shows that pollution doesn't matter.
Because mermaids collect your trash
you're
and turn it
giving
into treasures.
mermaids alternate uses for items you no longer need.
It's like hermit crabs wish we throw more beer bottles in the ocean.
How many wonders can this cavern hold?
Terrors you'll never know.
Your trash that doesn't disintegrate.
It
pollutes many rivers and
we
waters.
give hermit crabs shells. We provide turtles with cool necklaces.
30 seconds on the clock, Keon.
Made out of plastic.
And if you don't want green water, we'll give it to you black.
I always take my green water black.
That's fair.
No sugar.
I think the Olympic athletes would settle for their green water being blue, which it was the first day. That must have been the most horrifying thing.
I'd rather it be clear, actually. Quite frankly.
If you're going to take it that way. It's 3 Millennials React here on Hot 1240 Hot News Talk Radio. Thank you for joining us today. And we'll see you next week, maybe. Sometimes oh, no.
I'm on vacation.
He's on vacation.
What?
Next Thursday?
Yeah, you can do it. Go ahead.
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
We might still have somehow
animal.
multiple millennials of some number. See you next week.
Bye.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
News Talk 1240.